Hey guys, so we are on to the next one of our art menu, and this one says colored pencils, but I'm going to show you three different medias that you can use these techniques with: marker, colored pencils, and crayons. They're kind of interchangeable, so you could use them on all of these. All right, so first one's pressure. We did that in the oil pastel one. A couple things. With crayons, you want to make sure that you are pressing down. But if you want to do a lighter effect, you could totally fill up your space and not leave anything white, but you're just barely pressing in and then get darker, and you can create a dark to light technique like that. With markers though, please do not apply a lot of pressure with markers. You will ruin the tip. You do not need, you just barely need to press to get it out. So don't press too hard with marker. I can't stress that enough. You will ruin your markers. Layering. I like doing that with colored pencils. So let's see. Do a little square here. Make sure you're applying that pressure, filling in all the white spaces. And then I'm gonna do a layer of yellow on this side coming out. And you can actually see that it's almost kind of blending in, but we'll get to that more in this one. And then I'm gonna do a lighter shade of green over that yellow. So you can just play around with different layers and stuff like that. Another great effect that you can do on your drawings is hatching and cross hatching. Basically all it is you're just making these little dash lines. If you were to fill something in, instead of coloring it all the way in, you are leaving white spaces, but and it can be longer. It's intentional that you're doing it like this. It's not sloppy like that. It's little dash marks, and they can be any size really. Cross hatching, kind of like the same thing. So let's put our dashes going across this way, and let's get a different color, and you're making a cross. So same thing, but just making it two more lines into a little cross. Blending. Let's try this. Let me do this one. So kind of like the layering, if you were to color in a leaf, let's say I want to go really dark down here, and then I want to blend it to a lighter as I go towards the top. And I'm also messing around with pressure too. I'm pressing down hard where I want it to be dark and light where I want it to be light. So you can kind of do cool little blending like that. So real simple stuff, guys, but it's so much better than just one color. It really enhances your drawings. And stippling. This is one of my favorite techniques that you can use, and I think it looks great with marker, because remember, like we talked about with the pressure, you do not need to press hard. So stippling, instead of kind of like doing hatching, if you were to fill something in, you're just putting little dots, and kind of like pointillism. I know some of you guys know that term. Pointillism is just filling and coloring it up with lots of dots. And the cool thing is you can do different colors that are really close to it, and it kind of, from far away, creates an effect that it's actually completely a different color. And the markers are perfect for that because you barely need to press. But if you were trying to do this with a crayon that doesn't have, it has kind of a blunt end, that means it's not pointed, you kind of have to, it just doesn't look as good. It can be done, but it almost looks like a hatching. So, okay. Also, I'm going to read you this. Did you know that tapping or dropping a colored pencil breaks the lead inside? I don't know if you guys knew this, but this part right here, where all the magic happens, picture that going straight down all through the wooden colored pencil, and you can actually see the bottom of it right there. So if you do this, it might not look broken, but it is. So someone's sharpening it. Mr. G, this sharpener, it won't sharpen, it keeps falling out. That's because someone broke it. Don't break it, don't drop them. Hold them behind your ear, in your hand, or on the table. All right, guys, see you.